Welcome, everyone. We are live. It's Friday. Oh, yes, it is. Imagine my thrill and my excitement for Friday. ah, yes. Some relaxation. No, not really. But I digress. Become aware of what you're doing. Um, Last night I was at work. Now I realize that I have a tendency to fixate on things. I do. I don't think I hold a grudge, but I do fixate. And as I'm going about doing my stuff, I realize I'm having a whole argument in my head. And I stopped at one point and I said, Girl, what are you doing? Look at you. Listen to you. Is this really where you want to be polarized right now? And I was like, Well, not exactly, but that's what I said to myself and began to give myself all the reasons why I should remain polarized right where I was. Become aware of what you're doing because it is in that awareness, right? It's in that awareness that you will see how to auto correct yourself. And I have to ask myself, why are you the martyr? Why? Why is that? Nobody else has a problem. But you got to be holier than thou. Why? hmm When you're mopping floors, there's a lot of time to self reflect. So when I say become aware of yourself, and it's like you'll catch yourself when you're doing what you're doing. You'll catch yourself by way of what you say to yourself. You'll catch yourself when you're having conversations with people. You'll catch yourself when you're complaining. You'll catch yourself when you're doing a whole bunch of things. And when you catch yourself, remember, don't judge. Why? Because then it just makes you madder. Hmm. And that's not what you want, is it? No, you want to remain calm. You just do. So think about this. Next time you're out and about, just pay attention. Just watch. Watch and see what you're doing, what you're saying to yourself, what you're feeling. I know it seems like a lot of work. I know it does. But the more you do it, the easier it gets. To do what? To change? Mm. Is that not what we want? To not remain as we are? To grow, to change, to expand, to learn, to apply? That is what we want, is it not? This is why you take your time. You take your time and you just watch and you listen. Just watch and listen. Because in that, you become aware of what you're doing and you begin to see the corresponding effects, the corresponding experiences in your life. And when you start to watch and you start seeing it, then you begin to realize, oh, snap, I am the one doing this. hmm Not always the funnest pill to swallow, but once you swallow that pill, you change, that's for sure. That's the beauty of what it is. It really It really is. I watch myself like I'm watching a movie. I'm like, girl, you are so dramatic. Look at you. You are so bent out of shape about this thing. What is wrong with you? Gain some oblivion so you can walk through the day and not care. This is, you start to lighten the mood in your own self. This is this is what it is. This fun experience. I was talking to a workmate. I laugh because he says to me, he asks, he's like, "Ugh, what is life?" And I said, "Ugh, something to do." And then he says, "Not like this." And of course, after I heard that phrase, my mind went straight to the Matrix, right? Not like this. And I was like, listen, laugh at every chance you get. Why? Not because you're crazy, but because laughter, you've heard it millions of times. Laughter does you good like a medicine. How though? It releases endorphins. I don't even think we know what endorphins do. We just know it as the happy hormone. You remember, because oxytocin is the love hormone, right? But when we laugh, and the thing is, how beautiful is this, right? You don't necessarily have to be the one to laugh. But if you observe someone laughing, listen to them laughing. It's not there to rub you the wrong way and make you upset. No, it does something to you. It lightens your mood. It eases the tension in your body. How exciting is that? That those words from Neville Goddard, you don't have to lift a finger to make it so. Right? Just experiencing someone else's laughter will change you. Experiencing someone else's smile will change you in a good way. Your body will release its own endorphins. You get to release your pain, your physical pain, emotional, just by laughing. See? Observe yourself. Observe yourself. Because we're going into, I think, let's see, Thanksgiving is coming up for our American friends. And then right around the corner, ho, 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 right? If we pay attention, it's something, it's palpable. You can feel it, right? You can feel it. When they say the spirit of Christmas, you can feel it. See how it makes you feel? Oh, and listen, just getting around it. If you're feeling like the Grinch, remember how the Grinch ended? Hmm? His heart was softened. Oh, bless him. See? Even knowing that, the hardest of hard hearts, yet he softened, right? So remember, you can feel it. It's there and it's all right. Let yourself just feel it. It really is a warm and fuzzy. People get a little bit kinder. They slow down a little bit. Hmm. So take the time to do that. Yeah, but Angela, I'm alone this holiday season. That's okay too. You're not less than because you're alone. What can you do? Remember, you don't have to be the one smiling. Just observe it. But that goes for the other person. They don't have to be the one smiling. They don't have to be the one doing a particular thing. But if they observe it being done, they are influenced as well. So that is your cue. Get out and do something pleasant or kind for someone. And watch how their whole demeanor transforms. That's the beauty of what we've been given, right? So then you start to become aware of what you're doing. It makes all the difference. It lightens the mood. It lifts many a burden, right? That's the beauty. I want you to see the beauty of it. Because it is a beautiful experience. It truly, truly is. You don't have to fret. You don't have to worry. And I know you might not believe me, but you ever watch somebody dance and then you start to tap and you're like, oh, well, that beat's nice. They influenced you just because you were watching and you got the benefit. Become aware of that. Become aware that it can also be polarized in the other direction. When something, quote unquote, makes you miserable, makes you upset, what do? We got to run and tell somebody. Just them hearing the story has an effect on them as well. The same effect it is having on you. Become aware of that. Just take your time with it. Truly. The more you practice being aware of you, where you are, how you feel, it builds on itself every day. It accumulates. And so you begin to build a lifestyle of awareness. That's the beauty. Why do I call it beauty? Because it is. It's, see, we're human and we have personalities, so we want to give everything a personality. Let's give the universe a personality. It's almost as if somebody said, let me make this easy for you. Let me make it easy for you. You don't have to fret and work so hard and force anything. I just want you to see a smile, or listen, you can hear a smile over the phone. Indeed. So it's almost as if someone says, I want you to just be able to hear it and see it and then feel and reap the benefits of it. You mean someone thought of you in the most detailed way? Yes. The way the principles are designed is for our well-being at every single turn. Oh, I don't buy that. Angela, have you seen the world? Look at you in your rose-colored lenses. Yeah. Bless your heart. Yeah. You can't convince me that everything is meant to go easy and smooth for me. You can't convince me of that. Well, I'm not here to convince you of it, but you will experience it. Hearing laughter naturally makes you laugh, naturally. But it is when we stifle it. What's you so happy about? Nothing to be happy about. Oh, look. Too late. One endorphin snuck past. Yikes. Still got you. Everything is designed so that you and I can have beautiful lives. Because that's the way the principles work. The principles tell you, hey, every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. What kind of cause do you want to become? And because you get excited, you say, ooh, I want to be this cause. Because I know the effect it has. Yes. And that way, we begin to manage ourselves so that we don't allow things to just run amok with us. But we choose wisely. We choose the words we say to ourselves very wisely because we know the repercussions. Now, if somebody didn't love you, or if something didn't love you, it wouldn't make it that easy for us to change. It wouldn't make it that easy for us to go through things and come out the other side. How do you know? How do you possibly know? How can you tell that you're loved? How can you tell? You can tell that you're loved, thought about, because the principles say there's never going to be a time that you are unaware. I always want you to be aware, because why? When you're aware of yourself, it's beautiful, is it not? When you're aware of yourself, well, you know. You know. What do you know? You know that what you are aware of, you will do. And why will you do it? Because you know that everything moves. You can't be stuck, dearest. Everything is moving. So long as you keep moving, because you have to, you will come out the other side. You will come through whatever that thing is. Why? Because you will move yourself in the direction in which you want to be polarized. Because if you say, I don't want that one, tell me what you want then. Tell me what you want, what you really, really, you know what? Angela, it's too early. Just tell me what you want to become. And you can become it. You don't have to fret. Why? Because it has a pattern, it has a rhythm for you to follow that you can identify. And when you see that rhythm, you say, oh, I know what I'm doing here. Yes. And that rhythm that you can clearly see, well, because you can see it and you can recognize it and you know what it is, well, then you know the effect that it has on you. Yeah. Why? Because you're always in a state of generation. You're always in a state of generating an idea and bringing it to life. Doesn't that make you feel good to know that something put those laws in place so that we could live life and live it abundantly? Once you have that attitude, that someone, somewhere, look in the mirror and you'll see. Think about that and start to adopt that attitude. Which attitude? The law is always on, it always works. So that means I'm always successful because the law doesn't fail. The law doesn't fail. So that means I only succeed. I want to see the evidence of my success. So long as you know that you do, as within, so without. I trust that as you go through this day today, you will recognize that you are cared for, even in the darkest of moments. And it feels as if, or it appears as if, it's not possible. Remember that all things are possible, not because I say that they are. I'm not saying that it's possible because I can say it. I'm saying it is possible because of the principles. Hmm. And if everything is for your greatest and highest, you got to know this. How do you know it? You know when people say, oh, as sure as the day is long, you see, there's a little scripture that says, as long as the earth remains, there shall be seed time and harvest. A cause and effect for one. As long as the earth remains, there shall be seed time and harvest. Did you understand what that's saying to you? It is telling you, my friends, as long as this is here, so as long as the principles remain, and they are infinite and eternal. It doesn't matter which plane you go on, there's causation is there, cause and effect, there's gender there, there's vibration on every plane that we go on. And they are always successful. They're always successful. That means you are always successful, not because I say so, but because every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. When you do something, you experience something every single time, whether it is desirable or undesirable. What you experience. Recognize the fact that what you say you are, you must experience, and you will. Become aware of that. Because once you become aware of the fact that you bring about effects, you do. How do you bring about an effect? Being the cause. So what cause do you want to become? And you know that once you become that cause, Well, the effect is right there. You know this. Become aware of that, and then you will realize that you are successful at every single turn. Whether you are successfully living the life you want or not living the life you want, you are successfully doing it. As within, so without. You are always a success. Always a success. Say that really fast 100 times. But you are always a success because the law is a success. What's the law? What's the law got to do with it? Well, everything. Everything is governed by law. Feelings, emotions, heartbeat, breathing rate, all of it governed by law. All of it. So if all of that is governed by law, so much so that you don't even have to, again, this is what is so beautiful. You don't even have to regulate your own heartbeat. It matches you at every turn. When somebody loves you, da-dee-da-da-dee-da-da, you go, Sarah. Just look at all of the ways that you are loved and appreciated. But you see, there's another scripture that says, man sees the outward, but God sees the heart. You see, we as man, human, we look out into the world and we cannot possibly see how we are loved and appreciated because George didn't tell us we were pretty or Susan was trying to fight us. You see, and we only see conflict. But if you look through the lens of the principles, you will see that you are loved and appreciated. Because think about it. If the law were partial, meaning if if I'm a really, really, really good girl, I get a reward. If I'm a bad girl, I get a punishment. Now, if the law worked like that, phew, I'd be getting a whooping most days. But it doesn't work like that. The principles don't judge you. The principles don't browbeat you and make you feel bad. How, let's look at that. How generous and beautiful is that? That you can make a misstep and still correct yourself. You can make a misstep and still grow and learn. If that isn't love, hello? Because I know we can name a whole bunch of people and say, well, they don't deserve. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with deservedness. Deservedness is a judgment. And if you judge and say they don't deserve, you're going to treat them in such a fashion. The law doesn't do that. The law looks at the heart and says, ooh, as within, so without. The law gives you the power to change your life by reminding you every day, as within, so without. What you what you got within you? Didn't Lauren Hill say, how you gonna win if you ain't right within? Hello. Doesn't have to do with right or wrong. What is inside of you? See? See how incredible that is? Become aware of that. And that'll change your whole attitude and your whole perspective of life. Oh, bless your heart, Angela. You got your head in the clouds. I'm telling you, If you become, when you become aware of it, see, that's the inevitable part. Or you will become aware of how truly appreciated you are. Because we like to feel appreciated, don't we? Of course, we like to be acknowledged. But the law acknowledges you every day. How? It says, hey, girl, as within, so without, as above, so below. What's going on inside? You are acknowledged every moment. Become aware of that. I'm going to stop here because I don't want to, you know, prattle on. But I do want you to see it for yourselves. I want you to become aware of it. That at every turn in this life, you are successful. You are a success. And that is not an idle affirmation either. How do you know that you're a success? Every cause has its effect and every effect has its cause. That's how you know you're a success. Well, I don't understand, Angela. The law is always on and it does not deviate. It doesn't deviate. It just stays the course. And it's always right on time. Which means what to you? That you have the exact same benefit. So how are you going to use it? Step 1, acknowledge where you are and what you're doing. Step 2, do you want to remain as you are or do you want to change? Well, however you answer the question, there'd be something that you'd be doing that shows you that you've changed or that you remain the same, but it'll show it to you by way of your actions. And when you see which one of those things that you want to become, what are you going to do? When you see it, it makes you excited when you see it, does it not? Because the principles tell you, show me. That's all the principles say, show me. And in your mind's eye, you begin to experience in imagination what you would be doing in reality. That's it. And then you just keep rehearsing it. Well, I don't understand what you mean by rehearse, Angela. You know when you pick up the phone and you call your girlfriend and you say, girl, you would not believe it. You could have pulled a me last night. Yeah, you could have pulled a me last night. I told anybody who would listen. Oh, God. That's rehearsal. And because you feel it so viscerally in your body, you're rehearsing how to behave. You are rehearsing. So you might as well be deliberate in what you're going to rehearse. Rehearse that. Why? Because you perform what you rehearse. Need I say more? No. Enough said. Anywho, who's with us this morning? Well, YouTube has got some people in it, but nobody's made themselves known in the chat. I see y'alls. I see you. Twitter. Who's on Twitter? Let's see. Beloved love troll. Hello, dearest. Look at you. It's good to see you. It is truly good to see you. Who's on fan base? Oh, my sweet Casey is here. Big Mike, yeah. I think Michael had to go to work. And then, hey, Miss McQueen. It is good to see you. So you see, my beautiful friends, you are most successful. You really are. Become aware of it. Yeah. See, that's how the Ray Ray is in the house. Let me pop into the chat. Look at that. The chat is like Tumblebee Twitter. And that's okay. I trust that today made sense and that you and I will continue to live as the beautiful beings that we are. Because Lord knows we've heard so much. Oh, humanity isn't this, humanity isn't that, blah, 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 blah. We've heard all those things about humanity. But the principles tell you what you are. See? There you go. Hello, commanders in the house. So I trust that today made sense to you. I trust that it did. And if you find it still a little bit confusing and you want to talk it over, remember, you don't have to tell me your life story. You just answer the question. What would you be doing if your problem were solved? That's the conversation we'll have, which will help you to open yourself up and polarize yourself in the direction of your success. That's it. So she wrote, folks. Oh, I didn't write it. But I do love you, though. I do. Countdown initiated. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Much love to each and every one of you. And I will see you again on Monday. When is Thanksgiving for you guys, KZ? KZ, when is Thanksgiving?
It's the fourth Thursday.
Oh, so yeah, so next Thursday then. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
coming soon.
There you go. There you go. So, but I'll see you guys again on Monday morning at the crack of dawn right here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, fan base. Yeah. I shall see you then. And also, go forth and enjoy the beauty. Oh, indeed. Mwah. Peace out, everybody. Peace out. I love you all.